Dude, it's going to be crazy, bro.
Austin Metcalf's brother is in the courtroom next to his mom. So this has been an emotional burden for involved. All these kids are good kids. They all had good grades. They all had bright futures. And in a moment, whatever happened under that tent.
Yeah, you know how they could have fixed it by not stabbing someone. That would have fixed that problem. You know.
Emotional was. I think you mentioned this too, Sean. That having to see the surveillance footage.
I can't put up Rumble, by the way, because I don't have time.
Unfolded in the moments after this altercation, this interaction between these two 17-year-old students, and so. Yeah, this is probably I would.
What do you guys think? Do you think there's going to be a fucking riot? There's like not that many people there though. Like honestly, that's not that many dudes.
A lot of these friends who were part of the track team. Who went
you think the city is going to burn tonight? Probably not, because it's in Texas.
Well.
I feel like they're not going to let it. I don't think they'd let the city burn in Texas. I think they'd fuck up all of the protesters, to be honest.
The jury has decided momentarily.
Texas doesn't fuck around, you know.
Decision to be announced.
Arfield, thank you so much for the bits, by the way. Thank you.
Now, so
yeah, we don't fuck around in Texas. I don't think it would happen, you know.
Schedule, but I think that sometimes happens in these kinds of cases.
Right, and so we're really not late. If we thought it would come at 2:05, it could come at any time now. We know it's coming.
What's up, Iron Tiger? How's it going?
It's coming. Families have returned.
Thank you, Lucille. Thank you for the 100. Thank you.
I can tell you, there are sweaty palms. There are
palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
Hearts are racing. Everyone in that court.
Didn't Texas have a bad BLM riot? Like, was there?
At this moment, as they wait.
I don't know. I wasn't in Texas when that happened.
Minds, long beyond today.
Jax, thank you so much.
And there was a question about, okay, well, how long is this jury going to deliberate for? That was the question this morning. We were wondering, right? Because this was kind of their first time really talking to each other about what the evidence that was presented to them, right? So this is their first time, saying, well, I thought this, or I thought that, or what did you make of this? And so really for them to come to a conclusion, to come to a decision.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Within 3 hours of deliberating.
Do you need to be conscious at this hour?
Okay, that's fairly soon. I woke up maybe we'll expect it later this evening or tomorrow, but it sounds like
an hour or two ago, something like that.
And then
sure. And really, there's no formula for how juries work. Over my years,
I was working, and then I saw that this was happening, so I thought I'd get on to watch it, with you guys.
Immediately take a vote to find out where they are in the room, and then they start working through evidence or questions or talking out loud amongst themselves.
I mean, aren't you guys interested? I'm kind of interested. This has been like a major flashpoint in like
we
fucking
don't know where they started,
racial stuff. So like I feel like I had to watch it,
and then getting word when we did.
There's no cams on the inside now, but we do have tweets though. I can look at the live tweets if you guys want.
Whichever direction they're in, and they weren't too far apart. It didn't take that much longer to get there. So. We'll see if any of the jurors talk after all of this is over. It is 2:22 now, and we are waiting for the verdict to be announced in the Karmelo Anthony murder trial in Collin County.
That's right. The jury was able to consider manslaughter as a lesser charge.
Yeah, the verdict has been reached.
Karmelo Anthony
like the most recent thing, so it's already reached.
Charge. So now is this manslaughter?
The Black Panthers are there apparently.
Manslaughter implies
in like
that this
kind
was
of
a reckless
uniform,
killing, that kind of in that spur of the moment, in fear maybe of his safety, he felt that he was in danger and he decided to defend himself.
We could have some real shit going down.
Is arguing murder would includes the intent. Was this intentional? Did he mean to do this? There were some people who asked the question of why did he bring a knife to a track meet? And there were some more details that were brought out about that.
Yo, Carrot, thank you, Carrot. Thank you for 10 gifts. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
In the courtroom.
Thank you for the generosity. Thank you.
To send out messages, and she is saying to us now that the attorneys are talking to the family members.
You're trying to find she
believes that the attorneys are preparing the family members of the victims' families, the defendants' families, not to react to whatever that verdict might be. Judges don't like emotional outbursts in the courtroom, and it's important that families try and contain themselves. That's not easy. It's not easy, but that's probably what's happening now. And she says Karmelo Anthony, she believes, has his head down. She can't see his face. He's looking down. You might imagine
Texas.
As I mentioned, sweaty palms, heart is racing, breath is short, because lives are in the balance.
It's a heart-pounding moment and kind of in limbo, waiting to find out what the verdict is. It looks like we have someone joining us on Zoom, Russell Wilson. Russell, thank you for joining us here. We are waiting for that verdict to be announced. What do you make of the fact that, I mean, the jury has been deliberated for 3 hours. So they reached a decision just before 2 o'clock. Just in your experience, I mean, what do you make of them coming to this decision fairly soon?
I think
Send a DM.
It would be consistent with there not being much disagreement among the 12 jurors.
Sure.
It wouldn't necessarily take very long to resolve those disagreements. And so I think it was really kind of a narrow issue, if you will. There wasn't really a doubt about who done it and how it happened or any of those types of things. And so perhaps based off of what they heard, jurors had a strong feeling one way or another.
Hi. What do you think? You think people are going to burn the city today?
That came to a unanimous verdict.
I think so.
Russell,
People in chat were talking about how there's going to be
Sean, let's go in on
peaceful
what
protests.
the two narrow.
The Black Panthers are there. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, they're there in uniform and everything, apparently.
Oh my God! Wait, which one are you watching? I have Fox 4 Dallas.
Fox 4. I saw it on X. It was posted on X.
On X?
On X, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There, but
that it was justified.
yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the stuff on X as well, but
viewed from
I mean, I don't know if anything will happen because it's Texas. Texas is going to go hard. Like Texas is going to be like, I don't think Texas would allow it to happen very easily.
Regarding really an incident that took place,
Like,
very quickly.
what do you mean?
in a
Like
matter
allow
of
the
seconds.
riots or
I
the
think
protesting?
the police are going to go hard,
Even though
but
they're not
I don't think they
deliberating,
want
they
that, like
themselves
kind
are
of
forming
the
at
same
least
sort of
individual opinions
city burning
regarding
thing to
the
happen.
evidence.
So I think it's going to be pretty.
The first time that you actually
They've been like
deliberated as a
preparing
whole,
for this. They've been gearing up for it.
and,
Yeah, they've been geared up since 2 a.m. apparently.
when you're sitting there
Wow.
Yeah, they had the perimeter up already at 2 a.m.
it has to cause you to
Smart,
form
smart.
opinion or some thought one way or another.
This is going to be crazy.
And so you're
Yeah,
trying
here,
to keep your
I'll show you
mind
the thing,
open as to
apparently.
things. And
Okay.
usually
Yeah,
Alleged-
I'm.
your mind is working
Allegedly,
your way
this is what's
through,
happening.
to one way or another,
Okay.
regarding how you feel about
There was a I lost the
case.
thread. There was a
And
person that was live
provides the
tweeting
law.
the
and the law
what was
then
happening,
either,
but
affirms what your thoughts are.
see if I can find
Okay.
it real quick.
And so
Oh
I
yeah,
think
there
that
they
was
are.
probably what
Oh
was
okay,
happening
okay.
here.
Oh, I see their uniforms.
Again,
Oh, their uniforms
the scope
aren't
of issues
all
that
that
cases could
fancy,
have,
so
even though
they
this
don't
is
really stand out
Yeah.
to me.
nationally watched case.
I see. The Black Panthers are now starting to gather outside the courthouse.
And,
All right. And
you've
as
talked
you
to
can
many
see, they
of
did
your
not
jurors,
send their
both
best.
as a prosecutor and defense attorney. Do you find they return to that jury room and Russell, they kind of do a straw poll to see
So
where
he-
they
so
are
he's
on
gonna go
guilt
away
and
for
innocence, and then
life.
They start really
I mean,
deliberating.
So
and
people are
looking
saying,
back
yeah.
at evidence or revisit
I was
testimony from
thinking that there
point
was
forward.
like an opportunity for the death penalty here, but
I think the reason why that's on the table is because he was technically a minor when it happened, and then he became an adult like a month later. Apparently, that's what was going on. Thank you, I'm Tiger. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you. And thank you, Seawall, as well. Thank you.
Straw poll or a vote, and you see where people are at on
Yeah,
issues,
it's pretty.
and then you may ask.
It's pretty
the
crazy. Like,
person why
have
they
you
felt
been
this
looking
way
at
or
that coverage of people being
and if their recollection of events
of
is
people being
different,
like
the reason that
saying
they
it doesn't
feel
matter
one way or
if he
another,
did it, that he should be
is different.
innocent. Did you
Somebody
see
may
people
point
saying
out
that
something
yesterday?
in the law
yeah,
or
I mean,
something
I
in the
already
evidence
like
that might cause the
lost
person
so
to
much
view it a
hope
different way.
when there were people
And that's
raising
kind of
money
how
for him in the very
deliberations
beginning.
proceed.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
And there's a
Imagine
I
if it
also
were
did-
backwards.
few
Imagine
folks
if the
that
races
we would
were
characterize
backwards. It would be
follower,
like a nonstop
meaning that they,
news coverage of it. You know.
based off of their
Yeah.
disposition.
Well, and then
more
like I'm
likely to
seeing this
follow
like chat right
a
now, this
person
like
who's
YouTube chat, and I see
firm in
like
their
things
Firing squad,
like
just over and
Black
over.
Power.
again.
Oh, well, I see
That
firing
usually
squad.
Not
yeah,
guilty and firing squad. Like it's interesting. It is just kind of like you could see
other individuals
the duality of man, right?
equally
Like
firm
right there.
for the verdict not to be reached or they have to be open
Well, I
to
mean,
a
I'm on team
discussion,
firing squad, so
you know,
you
over the course of that discussion.
Yeah.
cheaper.
Well, I mean, I guess the issue is
likely the verdict
it's very
is gonna go
obvious
to
that a
person.
person that has this kind of
So we understand now that the
Wait,
jury,
something?
the jurors are being brought in.
Okay.
And we don't have a lot of time to go into
What's
more
happening?
about the
Yes,
minds
we're
of
still
jurors, but you
waiting.
want both firms
They're coming in
and
now with the
followers
jury.
on any jury.
Wait, really?
yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh shit! I need to see what you're seeing.
I'm on the
These
same
Fox
thing.
News
I'm on
people-
Fox 4. He said it though. He talked about
this
it.
trial in terms
Oh, okay.
of. We did get more insight in terms of why Carmelo Anthony was under the.
American Royal, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for the generosity. BT Cybernaut as well for the 5,000 bits. Thank you so much.
Why
Thank
he
you.
brought this pocket knife? It was just a small knife, 3.5 inches. Why he brought it to the track meet? Do you think that in terms of on the defense's side, was that a
Free
missed
Carmel.
opportunity in
Oh
terms
my
of
God.
not
I'm trying to find
seeing
the-
why he had
I'm
that
trying to
with
find
him?
the
Is that something that they should
the
have
thread. There was a thread of a person that
gotten
was live
into,
tweeting like from the
or
trial
is less-
itself.
Is this a case of less?
Wow.
I mean, I think they ultimately decided that less was more. I think their point was it was lawful to have.
Get medieval in this
and risking a
bitch.
violation
The
of
thing
school
is, like with the burning at the stake
indifferent.
kind of thing, it's just.
When you think of,
I don't know. I don't. The thing is, I don't care to see people
knife
like
is
suffer.
displayed
I'd just rather like
and
just
jurors have
get
to
it over
follow
with,
Get it
you
over
know.
with, yeah.
if they think that
Yeah,
the
like
knife
this
can
person's a danger
be
to
used for other
society.
utility
Boop.
purposes,
Okay,
or if
they're
it's
gone,
there
you know.
exclusively to be used.
Have
as
you
a
seen
weapon.
one interesting phenomenon? I don't know if you've been following it on
range
X.
of
There's been
knives,
it's
if you
been
will.
interesting seeing a lot
One
of
the things is that
there's a
the
lot
knife
of
was less
black
than
people that are fed up
5.5 inches,
with all of this
which
bullshit,
suggests
basically.
that under Texas
And it's just like
Oh,
straight
okay.
up like doing
not
there's a lot of
suggested, is
black people
actually
calling
legal
them the N-word
to
and stuff.
carry it
It's
there.
actually amazing.
would suggest
like
that it
just
also
being
could
like,
have
okay,
other
listen, like
potential
you guys
uses.
have been fucking
And of
shit
course,
up for so long.
not
You know,
having the
you
knife
N-words
clean,
and
leaving
you
the
are
black
ruining
blood
it
on
for
the knife,
everybody and we just
with
want to get we just
Yeah.
want to live our lives and not
Jurors,
do any of
those
this,
other
you know,
people.
shenanigans that you guys are doing. And
Right,
you guys are
right,
ridiculous.
right. I think
And
that, you know,
like
they
it's actually
decided that
kind of interesting to see like
regardless of the
you know, this
reason,
general
it did
sentiment
not
turning and
sound
people
like
who were
it was
once quiet
for
finally,
purposes of a
you know,
confrontation.
I guess having the
Well, I mean,
courage
with the
to
person
say
that
something.
he didn't know he was
It's the
going
difference
to,
in IQ here, right? Like,
into a
if
confrontation
you
Yeah.
are,
that day.
you know, I understand the
think,
like racial solidarity thing, but when it's
you
like
wanna
so
try to answer every
obvious
question you
that
can,
someone
but,
within your race has done
Every
something
answer comes with
like
risk as
this,
well.
and that's so bad. I mean, like,
Carmelo
it's
testified,
indefensible. Like,
certainly could have been
what are you doing?
cross-examined.
You know what I mean?
Might have
It's
been an
actually
opportunity
bad
for the state
for
to go back through in a different
it's actually
way.
bad for minorities to do that. The
the
reason why
events as they
is you're
unfolded from
turning
this seat.
an
So I
issue
think
in which there's an obvious
they
bad
weighed that
actor
out and
into an
decided
issue that
against
involves the whole
Lori
group,
Brown
which
is
which
telling us now
forces
that,
other groups
Judge
to
Rose
attack
is
your entire
on the
group.
bench and said that we
Because you
are
have
on
to,
the
right?
record
Because
to bring
they're
in
hiding
Yeah.
behind the group.
warning those.
And this is why you see a lot of people that are just fed up with it. They don't even care anymore. And now it has
Yeah.
become kind of a racial thing when it didn't have to be a racial thing, right? They could have just said like, yeah, this guy was a bad actor, right? But like
for the jury to enter
protecting
the jury
him
box.
now makes them have to attack your entire race, which is that's
So at any moment, we will hear what that verdict is. Again,
Well, and
if
it
you were
doesn't
just joining
it
us
doesn't
right
help with the
now,
immense
jury
amount
started
of like
deliberating at
financial
10:52
support
this
and people
morning. They
gatherings
reached a
to say
decision,
like, free this
a
guy,
little
free
before
him.
2,
He
and
didn't
so
do
we were waiting
anything
for that verdict to be
wrong.
announced at
the same
2:05.
issue occurs
It's
with a
2:32
lot of
right now. Sometimes, you know,
this is the
these
same
things
sort
take
of
a
thing
while
you
in
see
terms
come out
getting
of like
everybody
kind
into
of
the
Jewish
courtroom,
circles where like they'll have a
explaining
bad
the
actor and then
rules.
everyone will protect them.
Lori Brown
It's
telling
kind
us
of the
that
same
any
thing.
outburst,
It causes
person
people
will
to
be
be
held in contempt. So
racist
just
against
kind of,
their entire race because
letting
you
them
have
know
no
what the rules
choice
are,
if you want to solve the
just
problem.
so that, you know, they have rules in place.
Well,
They
and
want
now
people to
things are
follow,
heating up big
you know,
time.
those rules.
I even heard about the thing in
It
Belfast.
says
Are you
here,
going to cover
Lori
that
is telling
today?
us, we, the jury,
Is that the-
find the defendant guilty of murder.
Oh,
That is the verdict from the jurors.
Guilty of murder.
According to Lori Brown, who is in the courtroom.
Okay, we're hearing
Just
that
announced.
first, guilty of
Right.
murder.
What?
just announced
Finding
guilty
that
of murder. Just announced.
And I
Great.
think Russell Wilson, with the brevity of
Right.
this deliberation, I don't think that's a surprise to many people.
I'm really interested to see like what the crowd does now.
Right.
'Cause they're about to find out,
what
right?
we know is
We found out first 'cause
that,
we're
you know, they've rejected the
on the internet.
self-defense claim.
Because we're on the internet,
They
yeah.
Believed that the use of deadly force.
It's not that many people though. I don't think they can do
in response
anything.
to the shove was excessive.
No, this crowd
And,
isn't very large.
That's not.
I thought it'd be bigger, honestly. I was kind of surprised.
Based off of the totality of the circumstances.
It is Texas, though. They don't really have that much power.
Oh my God. Well, there's one person in the middle of the road, like freaking the fuck out.
In the punishment phase.
Oh, so they know now, I guess?
Right. So we're probably going to see a brief break. And the parties will get a chance to gather themselves, if you will, and the judge would have to decide if he wanted to go ahead and begin the punishment phase of the case, maybe in 15, 20 minutes or so, or if he wanted a break. Given that he's got the jurors sequestered, I think that they will.
I'm just like listening to these people like blah, 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 blah.
Testimony probably relatively quickly.
Let me ask you a question.
They might take a break, basically. We'll see. Before the punishment is announced.
3.8 GPA, has no bad record, has no juvenile.
Guilty of murder, though, is pretty huge. That's probably life at that point. It's a very, very long time. Because I heard that manslaughter was on the table like earlier, which would have made it like 20.
How do you...
Manslaughter. Yeah. Well, didn't they try to claim that Austin like impaled himself?
You gotta first. You want to console your client and the family.
That's like he walked into the bullet like levels of like.
Your anticipated punishment evidence.
He put the gun to his chest and just pulled the trigger. I don't know what happened.
Information.
Stupid.
It takes a while when you get an adverse verdict for the person to really accept.
If you walk into my knife, it's your fault.
The state may be moving to have his bond held insufficient, meaning that if he walked in the courthouse today, that he won't be walking out tonight. Your client.
Also, the best result of this, like I think, is
the range of punishments.
This verdict comes down.
Years.
A couple of these people wild out, and then it causes a lot of people in the black community to be like, we're over this because it's tyranny.
You could face imprisonment for the rest of your life.
Because who does this affect the worst, right? Like all of this shit affects black people the worst, like the innocent black people. The black people that like don't like this stuff, they're affected the most because they're the ones having all the crime in their cities. They're the ones that can't go to freaking Walmart because it's shut down because of these people.
And so.
Oh my God! Yeah. Oh my gosh! So you know Oakland, right?
Oh yeah. Do you know about the In-N-Out that closed down there?
The prosecutor.
Yeah. I used to go there a lot.
Yeah, me too. I've been there. I know personally a person like in real life that got robbed there.
As the prosecutor.
It was always so sketch. Always so sketch.
Yeah, right next to the airport.
There's a sense of relief for them regarding.
Well, I heard their Walmart closed down.
They wanted it to be.
Well, yeah, and there's an effect, right? Because Walmart has relatively low prices because they're a big chain, and that affects all of the people, not just the black people, but all of the minorities that live in that area, all the people that live on, not even like, let's not even talk about race. All the poor people that live in that area are now under that tyranny, right?
Maybe I'm wanting to go get.
I mean,
bringing a mom and
Oakland's
they're going in, stealing stuff, and
I remember San Francisco was so nice, and I remember going there. Like with my dad, and it was pretty pleasant. You can't even go there anymore because it's like if you leave your car, it gets broken into.
Just what the loss was.
Yeah.
Maybe his.
Have I told you my first experience being in San Francisco?
What was that?
People to.
There was my mom and I. We went to a Starbucks, and it was in like downtown, and
both of these.
This big black dude walked in, homeless. Big black dude walked in, like shoved my mom to the side, and then like took the money out of the tip jar, and then just like walked out. And the Starbucks people started yelling at him, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Yeah, because like I'm like a suburban girl, like city stuff.
I hate cities.
Our chance
awful.
To come into our
I understand the appeal. It's just it's the people, and
the defense will be saying,
it sucks because I've been in a city before where I've parked in a parking garage and walked to work, and it's been really nice. But I would not do that in San Francisco. Like no freaking way. People rely so much on the public transportation too, and it's just so
like the BART and stuff.
To testify.
Oh God, BART.
It's kind of crazy because
no, that's it.
I can't even imagine going to San Francisco.
the gut
in
wrenching,
the last
impact.
I don't know, 10 years without a gun. Like I had a gun the entire time, like every time I went there. Except for when I was a kid, obviously, right? So it was like I at least felt a little bit more safe.
Even when you're a kid, I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, I should have, but I was at least a little bit more safe. But it's kind of like,
but
if you don't have a gun, man, that's
what I
fucked.
think is you're going to see unfold. That's what we see unfold in punishment.
Yeah, I mean, just stay aware, be alert.
How about the jury?
That's crazy. You're just like randomly pushing like your mom for no reason.
Where we are now.
Yeah, he just like it's as if like he has done it before, kind of thing.
Some of the
Yeah, I mean, the problem is you let it happen. You let them get away with it. Then what incentive do they have to change?
Yeah. Well, and also these like Starbucks workers are like skinny teenage girls, so it's like
You can't really do anything about it.
there's no way that they're gonna like take down
tyranny.
this like 6-foot black dude.
It's like tyranny. It's like anarcho tyranny. Really, it's awful.
What the punishment is.
Chaos. Do you think that after the verdict that other cities are going to?
That's more likely.
nearby?
I think that's more likely than Texas.
How you punish this
Because
crime.
I'm pretty sure
So if you've got a universal,
Texas is going to go incredibly hard.
and then you have laws.
Yeah.
When it comes to how you set punishment,
It's going to be interesting. Hey, Amber. It's going to be really, really interesting.
broad.
Like to
it just
see what happens. I mean,
basically
hopefully
says
nothing
you consider
happens.
The person's background and nature.
honestly,
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of hoping a
what
little
makes a
bit
person
happens. Not like a
say-
lot, but just a little bit. Because I know they want to do it anyway.
Makes a person
I
say,
feel like
Yeah.
if a little bit happens, it might be
and
the
how
ideal
fondly they
because
feel
then
about
it
any of
will
these
make
things.
all of the people, the
jury
innocent
instructions and
minority people,
punishment
just
will
fed up.
advise jurors,
And hopefully they
that
turn
it's
on
an
them, and then
aggravated offense, meaning that any
it becomes a sort of like
Yeah.
similar to like what's going on with like
that
woke
he would not
LGBT
be
stuff.
eligible for parole until at least.
I think it's ideal because I do think there are a lot of like reasonable people, right?
So
They're just
jurors
under this,
sometimes
and I don't know. Maybe it's
instructed not
hard to.
to, they
It's hard for
say,
me to really
if we
emulate. Like maybe it's hard for them to
impose a
speak out or
20-year
something.
sentence,
But
then he could not get out.
like-
until
Do you
10
think
years.
after like the BLM
you may
riots
have the
though
prosecution,
that they were destroying a lot of their like local businesses,
saying
even their own
Yeah.
like black
Austin
owned
would have lived
businesses? Do you think
until-
now they'll have a second thought about doing
into
something
the
like that, or do
70s.
you think they're just
No,
they don't give a shit? They're gonna.
well, people
and
respond
so
to
you're gonna
consequences.
have
So
those
unless there's like
arguments
societal
shape,
cultural
I think,
pressure,
real
or like if I were in charge,
and a lot
I would
of
just
jurors
throw
will
everyone in
often
jail,
say that it's
like for a
more
long time,
difficult,
basically. Like I
to
would just
decide
any
the
time,
correct
I would go like
punishment,
full RoboCop on these people,
in the case.
like.
And these are
If they do
tougher
something
areas
illegal, it's like
for the
maximum
lawyers
sentence.
as
You do the
well.
thing
There's
maximum
not,
sentence. It's like I would just keep doing that
very low
until.
chance that the case gets
And the way I
reversed
feel
because
about
the
it, right?
numbers wrong.
If you want to talk about the prisons are so expensive, well,
you
just
can't-
stop sending money overseas and build prisons then.
20 can
Yeah.
be right.
Well,
like it's way
I
better.
like the
5
idea
can
of
be
these
right,
immediate consequences. Like,
55 can
Yeah.
be right.
honestly, if you just like took a big stick and like whacked them or something like that, that would be, so much more effective than
the
like
old
going
school ass
through
whooping.
this whole.
will regarding the
Yeah, just like old school,
Old school ass whooping.
quick though, it's quick, it's easy. You do something bad, like,
no, absolutely.
Just
not.
saying,
I don't
because
think
look
they
at
would
how long
suggest
this
that.
shit takes, and look at
I
everyone
think
making
they
a
would
spectacle
suggest
out of this. You know what I
much more
mean? And then
Yeah.
it just.
punishment.
Oh, it's so
numbers.
bothersome because then
this
they're able
kind
to
of
build
gets
up this
into
money through
what
like
we would see in the
GoFundMe's, and then you
way
get
of,
Especially
other
when
people
it's-
trying to
what we
convince
hear
other
in
people that
punishment.
like, oh no, we should be on
if you-
his
so
Carmelo
without
Anthony's
knowing
side
what
because
evidence they intend to put on,
Especially when it's
something.
obvious,
It's
right?
just-
So like in a lot of cases,
cause
it's
the
obvious.
emotional
There's a lot of
evidence.
these-
but they could get into
these sorts
that
of
there may have been
cases
some
that occur
scientific
with like
testing
theft
done,
and things like that, where it's just very
more
obvious that they're guilty.
information about,
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this
maybe
one, it's like
more
maybe a
about
little bit
background.
like harder. Like you have to like
in
kind
that,
of prove it and stuff like that.
Maybe more questions,
in a much more
answers as to what would have happened in
official
his
manner.
life.
But
would have
it's
caused
so
him to
obvious these
appear
days. Like, why do
with
we
a,
drag these
with a
things
knife
out when it's
at the
obvious?
track
Like the
meet
dude
today.
stole from the thing.
Yeah.
Just give him the max sentence
Those
and just
are
be
all
over with it.
We're just getting.
Do you
an
think
update
that
from
we're
her
going
in
to
real
see-
time. She is saying that the jury has left for a break.
Jury left for a
The
break.
sentencing phase is going to start next. So if
Yeah.
anybody
Sentencing
leaves
is
the
next.
courtroom, they will not be allowed back inside. Russell,
can't leave
Thank you
the
so much
courtroom.
for your insight. We do want to see what is going on outside of the Collin County Courthouse. So our Alex Boyer has been out there since this morning. So Alex, if you can hear me, just explain what you're seeing, what
He's
you're
about to
hearing, what
explain
is
what
going
happened.
on around you now that
I'm
the
listening.
verdict has been announced. ground.
Sure, Eden. And Sean, I have to say, I was really surprised to hear the kind of lack of verbal reaction or kind of loud reaction when people here in the crowd learned that Karmelo Anthony was found guilty of murder. There was a crowd gathered in the front, as you had seen a short time ago and have been seen from our different camera angles.
Is that an accessory child? Was that what that was?
For those first words, they heard the guilty verdict. Many kind of moaned, and then the crowd has been like you're seeing it now. It's been interesting to watch from where I'm standing. I have not been able to follow the crowd as closely.
Is this the one that you're watching?
I can tell you that
I'm watching the Fox 4 Dallas Fort Worth channel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That perspective as well, but
same.
The crowd has been very calm, some minor outbursts, and then they've been kind of following in like a group to
there's like that
of the courthouse.
What is that, a woman
as my
with a GoPro or something? She's like crying or
nobody wants to go first because they know that they don't fuck around in Texas.
The crowd is starting to move. So officers remain on the other side of the barrier that I mentioned that's separating the parking lot from the steps of the courthouse. Most people here seemingly
literally slavery.
Taking those orders from officers into account and staying on this side of the barrier. But again, emotions differing to some degree, but no outright.
Did people like filming them? People filming themselves like falling to their knees and crying is wild.
Maybe
performative.
What a world we live in, man.
Some people
This is
sitting on the ground, kind of reacting to it that way. Folks were kind of following that person's lead and kind of saying, I heard somebody say, stick together, let's all stay together. And that seems to be the sentiment out here. But
why are there children?
Relatively calm, still
accessories.
Very large police.
They're like equipment, you know?
Keeping an eye on things.
It's like a pet, you know, like a game. You have like a pet that gives you buffs, like that.
Trucks, vehicles, constable vehicles that are in the distance there, arriving, kind of creating more of a barrier separating the crowd from the entrance of the courthouse. But that is really what we are seeing right now. Keeping an eye on the developments outside. Certainly a packed scene, though, as I mentioned earlier. I would say between kind of the scattered people across the parking lot and the group that has remained up front, easily a couple hundred people are here. They were waiting to learn the fate of Karmelo Anthony, and now they know.
And we watched in real time as a woman. Was
they want to be on the cover of some article for history.
That verdict there.
Yeah, there is, in the same space today, Alex Boyer, joy and pain, you would agree with those folk outside the Collin County Courthouse.
Oh, absolutely. You know, from day one when I was here last Monday at the beginning of the jury selection process, keep in mind that there were some 600
But that was only on Monday?
that were brought
This
here.
is a fast trial.
That was a massive number, larger than most high-profile case, because the judge said from the beginning that he was going to get this right, and both sides ending up with the panel that they chose. Again, as we knew early on when the jury was sat, there were no African Americans on this panel, but still several minorities on this panel that decided his fate. As you mentioned, though, Sean, certainly, of course, we have supporters for the Metcalf family, supporters for the Anthony family, and then just people in general who have really followed this case from the beginning, since it was such a high-profile tragedy from the get-go happening here in North Texas, involving these two young men, both 17 years old at the time, Karmelo Anthony 19 now. So, of course, lots of focus, eyes, and attention leading up to when everything began last Monday. As the week progressed and as both sides started to present their case, it would ebb and flow with the groups that we would see here.
It seems like they're dispersing.
Than others.
The crowd.
At the same time, we were also seeing people here that were very neutral, people that just wanted to come and pray.
What goofy church music are they blasting?
Maybe they're
the same thing.
Maybe they're all under the tree because it's hot.
Non-denominational pastor.
It is Texas. It's pretty fucking hot.
Sitting down in a folding chair,
probably like 80 something outside.
And an ear, and I can tell you that certainly many people.
Oh, look, a baby!
No doubt a lot of people are going to want to decompress and offload what they're learning today.
Yeah, and you talk about the many people, the supporters.
It is a really easy case. It amazes me that all this is necessary. I know. I felt like
in this particular
Making
trial.
a spectacle out of this was like, what?
Tonight is going to be interesting, seeing what happens tonight.
Right.
Or this weekend.
No,
it's either going to be tonight or this
Sean,
weekend.
For many people,
if something happens, right?
They've ever come to a trial. And as you know, Sean, covering many yourself and Eden as well, what these
hard to
trials
say.
are like.
I don't know if they'll like organize and then plan something, or if they'll just like
and this, of course, was a very
start going wild.
Charged, high-profile case that drew a lot of opinion and feelings on either side, or as you mentioned, many folks just feeling bad, calling this a tragedy, which of course it was in and of itself. And then again, a lot of them coming today to the courthouse, wanting to be here in person for what you could argue, of course, is a moment in history.
Oh yeah, they're all under the tree.
A sad history, of course, in terms
the jury's
of
back in the courtroom
of the situation.
Oh,
Justice being served by this jury, no matter what, how you feel about it on either side.
Absolutely. And that jury now, according to Lori Brown, is back in the courtroom. The punishment phase is underway. They have waived opening statements and are going straight to witnesses. One of the things that the judge said last week, if you remember, Alex, is that we're going to be done by Friday, June 12th.
Do you think we'll see body cam footage?
At this rate,
or what is it? The surveillance footage?
They'll be done with punishment for the weekend.
I don't know. It might be. It might be too graphic, or it might be
here that we've been speaking with,
like a privacy issue. Maybe like the families wouldn't want it. I know it's hard to say because it's a school, right?
A tight timeline. He said from day one that he was going to go from 9
lots of minors involved
every day. He stuck to that, and in fact, he held testimony all day on Saturday. I was here for that as well. He went from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that was when the prosecution rested. Midday or about 3 p.m. on Saturday is when the prosecution rested. We were surprised because we knew that there was 35 witnesses that were expected to testify. They ended up resting after the medical examiner having only called 21. But obviously they felt
what you
like
were saying about
based on what the verdict was today.
Thing that happened. You were talking earlier about the guy. Like he tried to behead him.
Wanted to have this wrapped
yeah, they tried to behead him, right? Is that the one that you're talking about?
Now find ourselves
that's what I heard. It was like it was some African migrant who was just on top of this guy in the middle of the street, hacking away at him.
Apparently he didn't die right away, apparently.
On your witness list.
No, people in chat said that he actually survived.
Once you feel like
the Irishman survived.
Nice. God bless.
Closed.
That's so weird. Like the funniest thing from what I did you watch the footage?
Overwhelm your jurors. That's when you stop, and clearly
I couldn't, but I've seen photos.
Okay, I'll tell you the funniest thing about it. Okay, which is like obviously it's awful and it's a tragedy, but there was a funny thing that happened, which was the police showed up, and then the women who were watching said, "Get away from him! The police are coming." So basically, what happens is the dude's on the ground. He's like trying to behead the dude, right? So a bunch of the people in the community came out and started beating the guy up with like sticks and stuff, like just like whatever they had, just started kicking him and like stomping on him to like get him off of the other guy, right? The police show up and they're like, "Get off of him!" The police showed up. So instead of like continuing to subjugate the guy, they were so afraid that the police would come in and beat them up that they actually stopped beating the guy up.
Also was expressed during testimony early on.
It's the funniest thing. It's like the police are going to be on the side of the dude who's trying to behead the other guy. So like we need to back off, otherwise the police will beat us up.
And so
they should have just like looked the other way and been like, "Oh, what a nice bird."
Karmelo Anthony.
You see that bird over there? Like I don't know. Have you seen that image of the nuns, the guys dressed as like nuns, and then they make eye contact with a police officer in his car, and the police officer looks at them, and then he just like looks the other way.
I haven't seen that one though.
Oh yeah, you should see that clip because it is, you know.
Wait, Jake was on scene apparently.
And again, he's looking.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
To 99 years.
He wasn't in his goth makeup.
Oh yeah, I've seen him before. Now he looks really different.
Yeah, when I saw his actual like skin, I was like, whoa. Whoa.
I think we all thought there would be
Hey Delta, welcome in.
Testimony in the punishment phase. I anticipated that we might now hear from Hunter.
No. Okay, yeah.
The loss of his twin brother. Not only were they twins, they were best friends.
Oh, it looks like the brother's going to talk.
Thought we would hear more about who Karmelo Anthony is and the life that he could have rehabilitated. I thought we might hear more of that, but only hearing from his mother now in the punishment phase. The jury could come back today once they get the charge. They have to get the charge, which will tell them, here's the range of punishment. Here's what you can do now.
And I think because, Metcalf's brother, Hunter, did not testify before the jury reached its verdict, and because we did not hear from Karmelo Anthony's mother before all of this, we thought perhaps, both sides were saving these family members for this stage of this case. And it looks like, they decided we're just going to hear from one person and we're going to move along, which is really how it feels.
Should
like
a trial of this gravity go so fast? What?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It has moved along, and there were some
it seems pretty open and shut to me.
Should a trial of this gravity go so fast?
It's hard to justify what the guy did, like
it wasn't just
what he
one-sided
did,
thing.
right?
People were concerned about the pacing.
Yeah, I just can't.
Like even if you
think of
want
any way out of it.
Like even if you want to go so far as to say that the other dude was turbo racist, called him the N-word, said get the hell out of my tent, right? That's still not really an excuse to stab someone, right?
Based on what our reporters in the courtroom have said to us, they seem to handle the pressure in the moment extremely well.
And court is in recess right now. So we'll see. Again, Karmelo Anthony is looking at 5 years to 99 years in prison. He was 17 years old when all of this took place. Important to also note that, both Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony were teenagers at the time of all of this. They were 17. But because the state of Texas treats 17-year-olds as adults in the criminal justice system, that is why Karmelo Anthony is being tried as an adult. And so we found out not long ago that
first-degree murder
was found guilty of murder, which was also interesting because, again, earlier this morning, the manslaughter charge was on the table as well for the jury to consider, and they decided to still go with that first-degree murder.
Now, it's not
first-degree murder.
For a lesser included, as it's called, charge to be added at the time that juries began deliberation. The defense wanted criminal negligent homicide included in place of manslaughter, to which the judge said no. That would carry even
why is he going home?
Sentence. So none of that is
I think it was an old clip, like it was like a...
His bond will be held insufficient.
I see.
It is very, very rare that you are found guilty of murder and you're able to go home from the courtroom. So I would anticipate him going into custody today. But at the rate they're going, with the jury on recess now, with the charge being prepared, before 6 o'clock tonight, we could very well have punishment handed down and for Karmelo Anthony, and he would be in the control of the Collin County Sheriff's Department until which time the Texas Department of the prison system. They come and get him and take him to a prison farm where he would begin.
And he's looking at quite a range, like we said, 5 years to 99 years in prison. Maybe the jury will consider the fact that he does not have a criminal history outside of this. That both of these students did well academically, that he did well academically. He did not have any other history of committing any other crimes.
I like how whether or not they do well academically is a factor here. Like, what is that?
I know. That's why I'm like scoffing, because this dude he jumped straight to murder.
Amelia,
it's like he stabbed a person and he's like, but he has good grades. Like,
what are you hearing from your sources?
He's a good student.
So dumb.
Absolutely, Eden and Sean. I'm just here on the sidewalk, just right outside the Collin County Courthouse. You can see the line of law enforcement behind me. They have not approached the crowd at all. They are staying right beyond the perimeter here, but obviously making their presence known. Now, I haven't personally seen any clashes between groups of supporters here. We've mainly seen people kind of gather in collective groups and then kind of share their thoughts or, any chants with each other. We know that this case is just...
That's what it was, the gospel music.
For lack of a better phrase, on social media. So there are a lot of people that are live streaming right now on the various social media platforms.
Yeah, that's us.
On a loudspeaker.
Black trans lives matter. What the fuck? YouTube chat.
Were some
so stupid.
And gospel words and songs that were shared before the verdict was reached. I did.
But Your Honor, he's
man who told me
a great lyrer.
No, either party. He was not in the courtroom.
I like how people are throwing in trans lives matter in the fucking chat. Like it has anything to do with this.
Hearing what the jury
this is like the classic. This is the classic trans people making it about themselves again.
Well, don't you know you can be transracial now, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Karmelo Anthony will now be taken away from his family, and the jury.
Does that mean like I can paint my face black and then be like, oh, I'm black?
And so I will say when the verdict on transracial was announced, and the word and the decision was kind of spreading through the crowd, there was a lot of unhappiness, especially in the crowd and group of people where I was. We know that Karmelo Anthony supporters have worn purple, and there was a lot of purple out here. And a lot of people, they did not hide their unhappiness with that verdict, but they have remained here. And again, kind of gathering with each other, sharing some of their thoughts with the media. We also see some supporters. Someone behind the camera right here has a Justice for Austin sign. And I know my photographer, Andy, was
clashes yet, no fighting.
And so
surprising. I thought at least these guys would wild out a bit.
Here, but so far,
I just saw that one chick who like dropped to the floor.
No physical confrontations, no clashes, at least.
You know, there's an unprecedented business opportunity here, though, Powder.
You see the law enforcement presence, and also when the verdict was read,
we could have set up a tent there and sold Kool-Aid pineapples, made a killing.
Oh my God!
Yeah, what a fucking mistake! I could have been rich.
We fucked up.
Yeah, I could have been rich.
We fucked up.
Here for this, but no law enforcement.
Could have been like pineapple Kool-Aid popsicles.
With the crowd, they are really
with the heat. Oh man,
I know. But so far things have remained.
Damn it, I know. Missed business opportunity.
At all.
We just chose to stream, I guess. That's how much of a homebody we are.
True.
Going outside, I'd be in enemy territory over there.
Politicians are now weighing in, and typically you don't see politicians weighing in on local murder trials. You don't bring politics into this mix, but that's what we're seeing happen. State Representative Jared Patterson posting a statement on the murder conviction of Austin Metcalf's killer. There it is, as you can see it. It reads in part that the murder of Austin Metcalf was a senseless and heartbreaking tragedy that forever changed the lives of his family, friends, and community. All of that is true. Nothing can restore the life that was taken or ease the unimaginable pain of losing a child. Today's outcome of a murder conviction is justice. Served. And then Jeff Leach also posting on social media, on X, Karmelo Anthony guilty of murdering Austin Metcalf, the right decision. And so it is, I believe you said earlier, or may have been Alex who talked about this being historic. It is a sad and historic case that will always be talked about, reviewed, and looked at here in North Texas.
Absolutely. And, since we've been covering this trial, obviously no cameras were allowed in the courtroom. And so we've been relying heavily on our crew. Our Lori Brown is inside of the courtroom. And so she explained, she was describing what was going on as Karmelo Anthony's mother took the stand. And she just added, just kind of painting the picture of what's going on inside. And she said the mother's statements were tearful. That she was emotional. She was telling the jury to really, have mercy for her son. And so that also paints the picture of just how distraught she is. And so I think you had mentioned this on both sides, right? So there's one side that is very emotional,
the mom and
another side that feels this was the right call.
It always makes sense to me when it's the mother, even when their child is just has so obviously done something wrong. It does make sense to me for the mother to be the one who's
I get it,
going against the grain. But when it's just like randos,
it is weird.
Come on.
Capturing the moments.
It's like just emotional. It's kind of
in that courtroom. Judges have their own discretion about whether to have cameras.
I don't really care that much about fame and stuff. But the only thing I wish is like if I was bigger and then the news would read it, it'd be like Leaflit made a comment on Twitter. It says, "GG Rip Bozo."
feel like cameras should have been in the courtroom because
they should do a segment where they go over like tweets or something. It would be glorious. Although then we would lose our job. Leaflit, we would lose our job because it's up to us to be the ones that go over the social media reactions.
So if you want to stream along with
but
us,
it would be funny. It would be funny. It'd be like, look,
you could do that on Rumble.
You
could do that on Rumble.
Side of the courtroom.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So what's going on?
I know. I probably can't even click on the tweets because it's just going to be a bunch of N-words. You know what I mean?
It probably is. I mean, if you were to look at, I mean, there were a lot of people that were, you know, what's funny though, is a lot of the N-word posting was actually by Black people like this time, which is very interesting. That was like my observation, because I usually do look at the tweets at these things. So I'm just like interested, like what the general public thinks, right? And that's kind of a lot of people were saying that.
Yeah, I've heard that before, that there's Black people and they'll like say like, yeah, I'm a Black person, but those Black people are, you know, N-word. So that doesn't surprise me.
Isn't it?
Because also like when you're like not, because you can get away with saying it when you're like a minority, right? A Black person, or like even Hispanic, you can get away with saying it without like any big consequences. But if you're like a white person, you're going on there and you're saying all that, because we've been, you know, conditioned to not say that word, right? It's like the no word. So I guess it kind of makes sense that there's like more Black people saying it.
I think it's, do you think it's interesting how a lot of this stuff is really happening this year, with a lot of minorities and immigrants just kind of doing really crazy shit? It's like you're seeing it a lot more, and like I wonder like what's causing it. More? Just like why it's happening a lot more, and like whether or not it's maybe it was suppressed before, but I mean, I feel like that's easy to prove because you could just look up cases. I'm sure like people will dig and find cases of it in the past, but
yeah, well, this stuff happens all the time, like every day. Like sometimes I have to like scroll through TikTok and I find like body cam footage or just like news stories that like haven't ever been covered. We're nearing the season finale. Oh shit! The season finale. I wonder what that's going to look like. You think this is going to lead to segregation laws? Again?
Segregation laws?
Again? Like, do you think like there's going to be like a push for like segregation?
I don't know about that. Also, by the way, I got some news that Fox Detroit has ground coverage right now of like what's going on
the limited license.
Okay.
Fox
Detroit. Jesus
Fox Detroit.
Christ.
I'll link it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Ember, by the way, for that. Thank you, Ember.
Thank you, Ember. Excellent. All right, what's going on here?
They got that fucked up one channel audio.
Yeah, I was about to say I fucking hate it when it's in my one ear.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyway, I'm not. Like you said,
Ooh.
this is how I feel. As a young man but listen, if he was my little brother, I would have pulled that motherfucking Corvette in front of that tent, and I would have drugged his ass up out there. You know why? Because if you touch that motherfucker, you're going to live. I just want us to realize, ain't shit changed over this. Hold on, baby. Hold on, listen. I was raised by somebody that marched in the civil rights movement, okay? Ain't shit changed. They gonna lock us the fuck up and throw the key away. It's not worth your life.
Why is everyone filming this guy? Who the fuck is this?
Well, at least we'll have it on social media soon.
Yeah.
No, it ain't no C, baby. You don't know what a motherfucker. No, baby. I don't want to see. I'll shoot us in the back. Baby. What they do? Baby. Shoot him in his bag. What is that? Shoot him in his bag. What is that? I'm not guilty.
Baby.
And they did that because he was what? He was white.
It don't matter.
It does matter because
it don't matter.
The power of the pen is still in their hand, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, he got in trouble because he killed a white guy. Yeah, that's right. Oh, damn. Well, you know what? If he killed a white guy, I guess we should just let him go then, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I would have rather him have done that shit anywhere else. But
What's he saying? Like, what's he trying to argue here?
he lost before it came in here. You just, baby, I'm 100% for it. Some motherfucker touch you, you handle your business. But at the same time, I'm about reason
Hey, sniper.
because they're not going to play with you. Did they downgrade the charges? No. Did they find him not guilty? No. So at the end,
God, I hate this audio.
a motherfucker push me, I might fight you, but I'm not going to shoot you because I know where I'm at. Call me a house nigga, say I'm tap dancing. I don't want to sit in there for the rest of my life because you press me. What if he would have killed him now? See, y'all always wonder.
You know, there's another solution. It's don't get into fights with people and stab them or shoot them. Like, I mean, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I don't even know what this guy's trying to say because he even said that he wouldn't go as far to like murder someone. So I don't know like what side he's on really here.
Yes, I was. If somebody puts their hands on somebody, if somebody, you asking the wrong question. If somebody,
No, I'm not asking the wrong question.
okay, one-on-one. So one-on-one. If somebody put their hands on me, you cannot tell me how to respond.
That's not true.
You can't.
That's not true, actually. It depends on like the you have to have reasonable
So why didn't we have this energy when they were stomping on George Floyd?
reasonable like you have to basically say that you fear for your life. That's the only reason you can use deadly force. It doesn't matter if somebody touches you.
Well, I heard that he was asked to leave like 15 times.
Yeah, the other thing too is you can't claim self-defense if you instigated. That's the other thing too.
White people! White people! White people!
How can we expect to rise if you just say we
You know, I think like all of these people that they're upset, they're still like it's been like years at this point, and they're like so upset about slavery still, and they're like,
Welcome back, my friend.
Oh wait, there's more stuff happening.
Continuing coverage in the digital studio. Sean Radford along with Chuckle as we talk now about Karmelo Anthony.
We should just offer that, like what do you think of this, Patter?
And
Would you be okay with spending tax dollars on this program? So these people that are you could say that they're slave descendant and they're upset about slavery still, and they are just very, very angry about it. They don't like white people. Should we just pay to like send them back to the African country of their choice?
Yeah, I would support that.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is that I don't have a big issue with taxes if I can see what those taxes are going towards and if it benefits me and the people like around me that are like me and stuff.
Yeah.
Like my family, my friends and all that. Then like, sure. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'll donate. I'll even donate. Fuck it.
I feel like it's the best way. I feel like it solves the problem, right? It's like you can voluntarily do it. It's like, all right, well, you can voluntarily go wherever you want, you know, and just don't have to be here. I think it sounds good.
Yeah, well, haven't other countries done that where they've like offered immigrants like thousands of dollars just to like get the fuck out?
And it would also
we did that for illegals in America. We did it for illegals, basically. You can get like if you're here illegally, like we'll give you money to just self-deport.
Lower punishment.
America did and Sweden did. Okay,
Yeah.
Sweden's doing it.
I think you mentioned.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
that the only witness we hear.
but I just don't think they would though. Like it would have to be by force. like, I don't even know if like money would sway these people, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it's more like a put your money where your mouth is, right? So like if you think it's so awful here, right? Well, not even money. You don't even have to put money down. You just put your action where your mouth is. If you think it's so awful here and you don't like, you're super upset about what happened and, you think that this country's awful, then like, okay, well, we'll just pay for you. We could try to make right by it if that's how you feel.
It's just
fair enough. Even according to your account, we'll make right by it and send you back.
And it may have been,
whichever country you pick.
Yeah.
You pick one, and we'll give you like a nice ticket to go there. I feel like it'd be worth it, honestly. Like, to be honest.
True in a punishment phase.
Yeah, but I feel like that it's just them lying. Like they're just doing it to like freak the fuck out and make a scene about it, but they wouldn't actually.
Yeah, but see, if we had it though, right?
Then the only other
like if we had that system,
be to prepare the punishment.
Then you call them on their bluff.
I talked about that a little bit earlier.
Now they can't say it because you just say like, well, you have this option. There's like this option. Like, why aren't you taking it then? Right?
Yeah, I mean, you can bully them into it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where they have to fill in a line.
Sure.
They fill in a number.
It's just they enjoy some like all these luxuries and special treatment here already, and they're not going to get that in
given
Africa. So,
because like I mean, I don't want to live with people that don't. I don't want to live with people in the same country as people that like hate the country and they hate all the other races of the country. Like I don't want to live with that. Like I don't know about you.
Every case is different, but I think we're all kind of shocked.
Feels kind of bad,
Anthony's mom. So
yeah, I get what you're feeling. I also think that there is a lot though to criticize about, like, if we're going to talk about America in general. Like, there is a lot to criticize about what's going on here and why it's, like, even hard to feel this sense of, like, patriotism and respect for your country. Like, I love the aesthetics of being American, like fucking beers and hot dogs and barbecuing and eagles and rah, and guns, like, pew, pew, pew. Like, I love that shit, but it's so hard when it's like...
you could have
I live in this country where, like, I'm facing racial oppression, right? Mm-hmm. So, and this is supposed to be my country, right? So it's really hard when
the person to see you in a bit of a different light.
Let me interrupt.
What?
This chat says Leaflit, Chudlet, Leaflit in the YouTube chat.
Wait, so there's people saying that? Wait, which one?
That could be because
Leaflit, Chudlet.
It says it in the Foxy Detroit.
20 years or higher when he goes to the
What? That's so funny. Is it an alt? Oh, I see it. Alter 147. That's so funny.
But it may be. Look, we.
I think things like I want to get to a point like in America where I can feel like I love this country, and I think that is a good like.
Skip your 10. And we're both gonna
feeling to have initially, like, to love the country you live in, to want to defend it, just make sure that it's for like a good reason and that it's for like a country that benefits you and will, support you, right? Because it's hard to want to like support.
I understand what you mean. It's
community safety.
Like, and I feel like you can still love the country, but like, the ideals. This is why, like, when I think of America, I think of like the founding ideals of the country.
I think that's
what I think about, and I feel like that what we're living in right now is like a corrupted version that these like
race, but maybe
these people are
in the community.
Well, yeah, I mean, when everyone like at the top's like compromised and or is making decisions that actively like put me down and put my people down
in the chat.
Are they? Oh, that's so cute.
And list off a number of terrible decisions that were made.
I see it.
Revan. Okay, people.
So
adorable.
And try to view it from that perspective.
Yeah. Because like I mean, we were just talking about it, right, with like Oakland and San Francisco and remembering how nice it used to be. So to me, it's like
more contentious.
what the fuck? Like, things got this bad, and they will continue to go in that direction unless there is change. So I'm like all for this, like, I don't know what you call it, racial unrest.
Well,
you know?
it is unfair. Like, I mean, and it's the bottom line, right? Is the systems in place are definitely unfair against. And, you know, say what you will about the past, about things being unfair in the past, sure, but the past is the past, right? But like doing things right now that are unfair against white people, I think is awful. I mean, I'm against all racism, right? So it's like it's ridiculous that it's happening. Well, special treatment of certain races by the government is obviously bad.
Well, and like, I would be so much more like understanding if it was like we had this ruling class of people and it was very obvious who those people were, and it wasn't so like sneaky bullshit behind the scenes, you know? Like, I'm even willing to concede that, where it's like, oh, there's this ruling class of people, you know, that are just very rich and stuff, as long as they were making the country that they're overseeing a utopia.
Have you seen the Yuri Bezmenov stuff?
To them.
I don't think so.
Oh, you should watch that later. It's crazy.
Themselves.
It's this guy from. So the story of Yuri Bezmenov is he's this guy in the 70s, and he defected from Russia, and he went on TV and he said, "Okay, guys, I'm ex-KGB. I'm gonna tell you what their plan is," and the plan is like exactly what's happening right now. It's actually crazy. And this was like in the 70s.
Wait, it kind of sounds familiar. Wait.
We don't know because
do you have anything on hand where
yeah,
let me type that. Yeah.
But I will tell you that it's about a 50-50 split in terms of gender, about 50% male.
Well, you spoke several times.
It's a KGB defector that basically outlines how the USSR was going to destroy America. And it's happening!
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bezmenov.
There's a full one. The full one's like an hour long, but...
Correct. There are several...
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for dropping that. Sweet.
People who appear to be Hispanic.
Thanks for, like, this last-minute, like, call, too.
Oh, no, thanks for, like, letting it... Like, I saw people in chat saying that... I mean, I'm, like, scared to ask. I'm always like that, so... Thank you. I appreciate it.
Or some sort of...
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's like a quick, like... I like, literally, I was running late to stream, and then I pulled this up right away because I didn't want to miss it, and then people were like, "Oh, Leaflit's also on. Oh, she's doing this too. Like, maybe you should give her a call." And then I was like, "Oh, well, yeah."
Yeah, I heard a lot of people are looking at it right now. Honestly, a lot more peaceful than I thought. Which is it's good. It's a good thing, right?
Could be.
It's too hot. Look at it. It's too hot to protest. Everyone's under the tree. Yeah. What's the temp? I'll check the temperature there.
Irreparable damage has been done, and no matter what the prison sentence is, a family
was the city called again?
Will have lost a loved one no matter what.
Karmelo Anthony
So
has been almost
it's a much tougher delivery.
91 degrees, 60% humidity.
Because
no cloud cover. No cloud cover.
That is nasty.
Murder is intentionally, knowingly causing the death
There's
of a
a DM
person.
apparently.
Was this a murder or committing
hot today, hot yesterday, even hotter tomorrow.
Oh my
swampy too.
Oh my god.
Just checking
60%.
but what do you do about that now that you have that?
Oh no, Matt Walsh. Good grief.
That's a funny post, I'll admit. That's a funny
Karmelo
post.
Anthony's parents wanted their son to live in a gated community, and now he will. So it all worked out for them in the end.
I mean, Sean had mentioned this earlier in terms of this is certainly a case, a trial that we remember here in Texas, one that we will probably refer to for years to come.
That's great. That's a good tweet. Yeah.
Attention.
Very good.
As we kind of look back on this trial, was there anything in particular that stood out to you in terms of how prosecutors handled it, in terms of how the defense went about it?
I can't believe his parents just took all that money and fucked him over.
I actually don't know what happened there.
Not
I don't know
necessarily, and I don't say that, I guess, maybe in a bad.
I mean, a lot's probably going to go to this, like these legal fees and stuff.
This case in particular received, lots of attention, but a lot of the methodology that was actually employed to try the case was common to cases that just did not receive this much attention. And so there wasn't necessarily anything.
Well, I haven't seen anything like a big happen.
Measures that were put in.
It's pretty donezo, I think, for now, because they're going to deliberate and stuff. You're gonna keep covering it. I'll probably head off because I have to do work still.
Those.
I just wanted to get on to watch the verdict.
But
that was great. No,
I'll send everyone over the. Are you on kick?
Across the state.
I am actually. Yeah, I am on kick right now. But yeah, I'm probably gonna click off of it. I have a couple other things I'm gonna cover. Some more of like lighthearted fun videos.
That maybe the court on Saturday.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. It was funny that you just like popped on and I popped on and it was like, ow.
By Clary.
Let's talk.
Well, I hope you have a good stream. I hope you have a good day.
Yeah, well, I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Maybe
you're streaming later tonight?
Probably. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how late. I'm just always have
there were no
crap with work.
There were no circumstances here that are different.
I see.
Murder trials
True.
took
All right,
place
take care,
in
Browner. Thank you.
Dallas County.
Bye, Leaflit. See you.
See you later.
Bear County.